Hi, I'm Commissioner Nancy Jester, and welcome to Nancy Jester Reports for March 8th, 2016. Before I get started on your recap of the Board of Commissioners meeting today, I just wanted to take a second to say that my thoughts and prayers are with the Reagan family and with the nation as a whole on the passing of Nancy Reagan this week. She was a great First Lady, and she will be missed. Now on to the board meeting. The first issue for District 1 was the special land use permit for the property on North Lake Parkway that we had received a proposal on for a hotel, an extended stay hotel. That has been deferred again for 60 days, and I'm anticipating getting a different plan back from the developer that does not include an extended stay hotel on that property. So stay tuned for that. That was deferred 60 days. A big accomplishment today for the Board of Commissioners was that we confirmed the appointment of Stacy Kalberman to be the Chief Ethics Officer for DeKalb County and work with the Board of Ethics that was established pursuant to the referendum last year. I voted yes for that. I think it's a good day for DeKalb. It was a 6-0 vote with 1 abstention. We voted to approve some fencing to go in on the John's Homestead property in Tucker. So for all of those who were concerned about the status of that property and the need for fencing, that has been approved. So I'm glad to see that done. One thing we need to pay attention to that got brought to this meeting but will be talked about, discussed, and voted on in subsequent meetings is a proposal for an overall pay raise outside of those areas that we ended up giving a pay raise with the budget. Those areas were public safety, sanitation, and I think there was some watershed component there. But my main concern had been police and fire pay. And let me be clear, I voted no on the budget. I had submitted an amendment to do a better pay increase for police and fire while taking money away from the general fund, so it paid for itself that way. What we passed in the budget wasn't that, but it was a 4% increase for public safety. So now here we have another proposal by Commissioner Barnes-Sutton to increase everybody's pay by 4% outside of those groups. We passed a budget. This wasn't in the budget. I'm steadfastly against this item. I don't think it's been fully vetted. All the budget and financial implications aren't, have not been looked at, and we need to not be bloating the general fund right now. So that's my concern about this proposal. So I'm not positive about that at all. Let's see, I want to draw your attention to my social media pages on Facebook and Twitter. I have posted some updates that I think you might be interested in. I've posted an update on Brannon Hill, and I've posted an update from some of the fire stations, Station 7 and 11. Station 7's the one that's getting a Band-Aid fix. It's a real structural problem there. It needs to be really replaced, but the county is doing some cleanup and painting and removal of bad material and fixing it a little bit. Stations 11 and then Station 5, I did a video at Station 11, but Station 11 and Station 5 both have real structural sinking problems, and they're sort of next on the list for the worst fire stations that we need to replace. So I will be I've done those videos. Please look at them, share them with your friends if you like them. Let us know what you think, comment about them. I think the status of our capital assets in public safety are a big concern for us. I also think that it's of concern that we don't have enough firehouses to cover territory in a short amount of time, so particularly down in the southeastern part of the county. So that's something I talked about a little bit at today's board meeting. Want to say congratulations to the Tucker Lady Tigers basketball team. They made it to the state championship in Macon, and we are just so proud of them for being part of that final, and congratulations for making it that far. I also want to remind everyone that tonight at 7 p.m. there will be the first ever inauguration for the mayor and the city council of the newly formed city of Tucker. It's going to be at Tucker High School in the auditorium at 7 p.m. today. I'll be there, so please join me for this historic event. And let me talk about an issue that has come up recently, which is the Wade Walker Library. If you check my social media pages, I also have done a video about that. So this year's budget included money to be spent to build a library at Wade Walker Park. And I was against that proposal because I think we need to be rebuilding the capital assets that have problems like the fire stations versus add a new library a mile from an existing library that the community does not want at this time, but would rather have extended library hours and so on at the library that they do have, and more materials. But we have been made aware now through media reports of a letter that was sent from the Georgia Department of Natural Resources. Here it is. And this letter discussed the Wade Walker Park in general, and some interesting facts have come out of it. So the land grant that we had for Wade Walker Park is a state-administered federal grant, and it's been in existence since 1965. And it helps counties in acquiring property or developing land for the sole use of providing outdoor recreation opportunities. So they apparently last year, this letter goes back to April of 2015, April 8th, 2015, they inspected some of our properties to make sure we're complying with the grant regulations, and they said, it was noted that a YMCA building has been constructed. Facilities that require memberships are not allowed within the boundaries of Land and Water Conservation Fund assisted sites and constitute a conversion. So I was never made, and nor do I believe any of the other commissioners were made aware of this letter, so we've never discussed the fact that the YMCA appears to be in the location that it was on the Wade Walker Park at all, seems to be in violation of state and federal regulations. To further compound the problem, the library that's proposed would be put on the Wade Walker Park. Well, that simply looks as if that can't happen based on these regulations. So I called for and made known at today's meeting that at our next board meeting I'm going to put forth an item that takes back that funding for the Wade Walker Library and holds it in reserve so that we can do something else with it, hopefully build a fire station, but we can't, it appears, build the Wade Walker Library on the Wade Walker Park because of these limitations. So this is something to watch out for. I'll keep you posted on that as well. But thanks for the good reporting that dug that up. And in closing, I want to give a shout out to our own Ann Rosenthal, who is in the current Georgia Trend magazine, and for her terrific work. So she is the head of the Tucker North Lake CID, and she's doing great work developing that area, bringing jobs to that area, bringing creative and wonderful businesses to that area. So kudos to Ann, and congratulations for being recognized in Georgia Trend. Join me next time at the next board meeting.